Hi, welcome back to Bransford. Another Scorchio day down here on Bosbury, right at the bottom of the nursery. We're in one of the twin span tunnels where we grow the pots of perennials. So this is sort of the first stage really. These the young plugs are coming from a couple of different nurseries who would buy them from, I think it's S&G and Florensis, I think they come from. And then we pot them into these 28 trays. So you can just see there, the just starting to root through into there. So put about 50 varieties of plants in here that will end up being as a 1 litre crop for sale next February and March in the pots of perennials and pots of cover range. And so yeah, they're potted into these 28 trays, and then these will be given a trim 2, maybe 3 more times between now and October, when they will then be potted up into their final 1 litre, spaced out in here and grown on until they are finally dispatched next year. So as you can see, it's a good range there, currently working away, giving a light trim on some of them at the moment. Something like these little erodiums, Bishop's Farm, they're flowering away nicely at the moment. So they, just by putting them through that extra stage, just really helps to get a good chunky plant. You might be able to hear me on this helicopter that's coming over. But yeah, just putting them through from the plug into the bigger chunkier 28 and then into a 1 litre, you get a good root system in there, get a good crown on the plant. So the final product's a really chunky 1 litre spec plant for early season, high quality sales to get the season going. So this week a few more new lines have gone on, meant to be made saleable, ready for delivery next week into garden centres. The first one of which is our Anemone Pretty Lady series. These are a nice compact version of the Japanese anemones. So as you can see, they're loaded in bud, and the buds are just about to start opening up. Looking at how these have grown in the last week and the weather forecast for the week ahead, I would imagine these will be showing a really nice bit of colour by the middle of next week when they start hitting garden centres. And the good thing about this is they just keep throwing up flower right the way through into the autumn now, so there's loads more buds forming down in the base of the plant there. A couple more sedums have gone online to add to our range as well for next week. So sedum rose carpet, which is probably our favourite sedum here at Bransford Webbs, and sells really well in garden centres. So again, compact, low growing ground cover habit to this one, with that lovely rosy pink flower on there, and the buds are just starting to form in there, so attractive foliage and stunning flower colour as we go through the summer. Also another sedum got online, which I think last year was the first year we grew this one, and it proved a real good success. This is Frosted Fire. So lovely variegation, then lovely chunky flower comes out behind that as we go into sort of August. And then our Rebecca Summerinas. So this is the first year we've grown this crop and we're really pleased with it. It's a lovely chunky Rebecca. This one is brown, we've also got yellow and orange as well. So which are online. I think the orange is about the same stage as this, yellow is a little bit further behind, sort of at this sort of stage with tight bud on it. But really chunky 3 litre plants, really tough Rebecca's as well. So these have been, the breeder assures us these are really hardy Rebecca and will survive in a good well drained spot and come through the winter well. And then the last couple of things then for this week, lobelias. So this Princess series are online now. We've got Scarlet, which that one is, and also Crimson. So Scarlet's a little bit more compact in habit and darker foliage, and lovely lush green foliage to the Crimson. And then both of them got a nice stocky habit in as well. Plenty of flower spikes, plenty of colour, and ready to go into the garden centres. So, not sure what's going to be online next week. We're starting to get to that phase where herbaceous is slowing down a little bit in our range, and shrubs are coming online, so we'll see what happens. One way or another, we'll see you next week for a video, show you what's going on in the nursery, because I think next week Hebe potting really starts. See you next week.